Hi, team. I'm Fitz Kohler, your very noisy race announcer and host of our show tonight, the ICE Donna Mother's Day 5K. We are so excited about this weekend. We've got a lot of fun in store for you. And I'm going to introduce you to not only our executive director and race director, but one of our favorite moms, Amanda. How you doing?
I'm fantastic this evening. Miss Fitz Kohler, my noisy announcer
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
friend. Thanks for having us tonight.
Of course, of course. Your events I look forward to so much. I'm so grateful you have three. So, I announce quite a few races around the country, and some of them I whine like Buffalo Marathon. They should do something else in the fall. Those jerks, but you make me happy because I get to come every few months. It's not this agonizing year-long gap in between events, which would be awful because you're so wonderful.
Well, we're fearless, and that's why we have a fearless series. See what I did there?
Yes, I see. And you know what? Putting on 3 races is way tougher than putting on 1 or 2.
That's true. That's true. But
Yeah.
if you participate in all 3, then you're awesome and fearless and get a fancy new medal. So that's coming. The next time we do one of these in October, we will be welcoming our fearless runners, and that'll be exciting.
So how does that work? Which race is the start of the Fearless series, or is it ongoing?
So we kick off, and it's changed over the years, so that's a fair question, right? So right now, our Fearless series is calendar year.
Okay.
So if you participated in any of the events Donna Marathon Weekend, even the 5K, you didn't have to run the marathon or the half marathon. The 5K counts too. But if you participated in any of those events, then you're eligible, and you should come out and participate this weekend for our ICE Donna Mother's Day 5K. And then we'll have our Donna 5K at TPC during Breast Cancer Awareness Month in October. And we'll have some beautiful fearless medals in the finish line there. And we'll honor everyone who has supported the Donna Foundation year round. I mean, that's what it's all about, right? Is welcoming into the family those that are supporting us all the time.
Yeah, and you have so many repeat offenders, people that are coming back race weekend after race weekend, and that's the family, right? It's not just friends, not just running buddies. It's the Donna family, and I don't know. I get excited. I can't wait to see everybody. And we have, what do we have? 4 days. 4 days. It's this Saturday morning, folks. If you're watching and you're not registered yet, know that you can register right now. What's the website they should go to, Miss Napolitano?
It is moms.thedonnafoundation.org, and it will get you right there to register and to check up on all of our fundraising efforts and know all of the details about the weekend.
I got to tell you, I did not know that was the registration. I always go through the Weird Run sign up link, which is impossible to tell people about, but it's moms.thedonnafoundation.org. That's simple.
Yeah. Also, that's new too. We figured out in Run Sign Up how to make it easier. So we should let's make it easier for everybody instead of, the ///// Yeah. So that's actually fairly new over the last couple of weeks of getting ourselves organized with some of those easier URLs. So all about making it easy for everybody.
Thank you for that. Folks, if you are watching right now, I guess if you can hear my voice, you're watching. Use the comment section to let us know if you'll be there this weekend and if you have run Donna before. We already have Rochelle right here. Look, Rochelle Jarvis. Can't wait to be there. She just got released from the doctor to run.
Fantastic. Love it.
I don't know what was wrong, but I'm glad that it's now right enough to run. And of course, Melissa O'Neill will virtually.
Come on, Melissa. No, it's all good. We're going to thumbs up all of our virtual folks as well.
I just want to see her.
I know, me too.
It's better. The virtual hugs feel a little less squishy. So let's talk a little about moms. I love being a mom. What about you? What's going on in your mommy life?
Oh my gosh. I think my mommy life is in absolute high gear right now. I have a graduating senior from high school. Which a lot of our long timers remember her when she was born, because when we were first getting started, the Donna Foundation launched in 2003. Ella was born in 2005.
Wow.
And our inaugural marathon was in 2008. So during that period of time, we were planning the first marathon. We were training Galloway runners to run local marathons to raise money for the foundation, sort of that whole founding story that was happening. From about a year of that, I was pregnant with Ella. So she has become sort of this time clock of, you know, how long we've been at this. And so we have raised one up to 18, and she's getting ready to graduate from high school and go on to the Florida State University.
I'll say it for you. Hey, you know what? I'm Gator true and true, but it's just so exciting to see kids have their dreams come true. Whatever school that is, we want them to be able to have that opportunity. So I was thrilled to see that she was accepted and raring to go, right?
It's been such a fun season, you know, and she's a dancer, and that's her, you know, endurance sport. And we were looking and pulling all of her photos to put together some albums, and realizing that she's been dancing for 16 years.
Wow.
And that's a big chunk of life that is wrapping up. And it's not sad. Like, you know, I share a lot of things, and a lot of people are like, oh, Amanda, don't be sad. It's a new chapter and it's new. No, I totally get it. It's not a sad. It's this, you know, this amazing love that you feel, and pride and proud momness that, you know, makes you want to cry because it's emotional.
Yeah.
It's not sad, not at all. It's exciting.
Will she pursue dance as she moves forward? Florida State has a great arts program.
They really do. If you ask her about that, she will say, no, I'm done. I'm going to be an attorney.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
so
can dance.
So, yeah, she's got big plans, and I know she'll do amazing things, and we're super, super proud of her. This has been like, you know, if kids make you busy, it's always something. We also have one in middle school, and you know, it's just, you're constantly going, you're constantly doing. This is a season where it's, you know, one event after the other, one check you write after another. I mean, it just seems like, like it's just one thing. It's bananas. And, you know, we're fortunate to have the resources to be able to do a lot of this stuff. But, you know, I begin to knock on the door of myself and my heart and say, you know what, if it's time for your mammogram, it's time for your annual, it's time for all the things, and there's not time, you know, I think to myself, wow, I'm that mom right now of moms that I hear from all the time through the work that we do, that, you know, why didn't you go to the doctor when you felt this? You know, why didn't you go to the doctor when you did that? Well, I was caring for my mother at home, or I was in the middle of this season or that season. And I could totally see myself consciously or unconsciously ignoring those sort of knocks, right? Because of the season that I'm in. It's just, yeah, it's like, wow.
So that's fascinating. I don't know who's out there watching, but besides being a race announcer, my master's is exercise sports sciences. I've spent my life helping people live better and longer in many fashions, steering them. And it's interesting how many moms instantly, they not only put themselves last, but they remove themselves from the list when they become a parent. And really, it's our obligation. If you bring a child into this world, it's your job to do absolutely everything you can to preserve, maintain your health, and expand upon it, because these kids need us. They need you not only when they're in diapers and when they're going to kindergarten, but they need our guidance. They need our support through, you know, their first date and their college experience and marriage, and when they become children and grandparents. So, you know, it really is essential that we commit to our own health upon conception. Okay, we're letting this go. We're going to have a baby. We matter more than ever now. So yeah, I hope there's nobody out there ignoring lumps or shortness of breath. You know, heart disease is the #1 killer of American women. And it's because they get these flu-like symptoms and they think, oh, it'll be fine. And then they die instantly, and you can't go back on those things. So
no,
it's a big commitment when you bring in a human. You got to do it right.
But don't you think that, I mean, you know, you think about this sort of sacrificial love, and it feels almost second nature to say, yeah, I don't need that about me. It's about them. But it's intentional, I guess is what I'm saying, that we have to be intentional to stop our brains going there and saying, hey, wait a minute. If I don't take care of myself, it's the airplane. Put the oxygen mask on you first, and then, on your kids. That's the safe way to go about it.
Yeah. And I think there's the difference, like we can be martyrs when it comes to when we go to the movies, we're going to watch some movie they want to watch versus what we want to watch, or we're going to go to the restaurant they choose instead of our favorite or whatever. But when it comes to your health, there's no martyrdom. It's just stupidity. If you've got a lump and you ignore it, or one of my favorite aunts, she had pain. Her husband was going through some surgery. So she was like, I'll just wait until he's done. She waited months until she turned yellow. It was jaundice and it was pancreatic cancer she had been ignoring for months. And, she was such a wonderful woman. I would have killed for her to address that quickly. And maybe she would have been one of those unicorns who survive it. But, there's martyrdom and then there's foolishness. And so we want all the love and enthusiasm while caring for ourselves, right?
Yes. We're actually going to introduce everyone again this weekend to a unicorn. You will meet her. Her name is Florida. And a lot of our Donna Nation met her initially in 2019. We shared her story in 2019, 2020. She's a mom. She has two beautiful girls. But she began to feel her lump in her breast in 2013. She was in the Philippines and she was caring for her mom at the time. And they were trying to move to the United States as a family. And she just knew that at the time there's nothing I can do about this right now. And it wasn't until 2018 that she was diagnosed.
Wow.
And we shared her story, back then. The Donna Foundation helped her. We helped her through the Donna Care Line. We helped her with her financial critical needs and connected her to a number of resources, including another nonprofit that allows you to go on like a respite vacation with your family. She's done a lot of great and wonderful things. Her story was basically that she ignored it to the point where the tumor burst.
Whoa, and I didn't even know they did that.
And so she was in the emergency room, and that's when she was diagnosed with, stage 4 metastatic breast cancer because she ignored it for so long. And the interesting part of her story, and the reason why we're sharing it again, is that she called me, I don't know, maybe a month or two ago ish, and said, I'm so excited. I have gone back to work. And so she's gone back to work. She's working full time. She's helping her maybe it's her youngest daughter through college. And she said to me, she goes, I just want people to know that there's hope, right? That even if you make those decisions and ignore things and get to a place where, things are not great in terms of prognosis and everything else, that there's, the Donna Foundation is here for you. There are resources that are here, and that doggone it, you can continue to live your life and continue to be a mom and be out the other side of it. I mean, she's living with breast cancer, right? She's always, until we find a cure, she's always going to be, living with her breast cancer and going through the treatments, but she's feeling great and working. And so we can't wait to have Glorita join us on Saturday. We're going to put her in the Tom Bush family of dealerships convertible to lead the 5K out. And nice. She's just the nicest person ever. There's a beautiful video that we've done of her that will be in opening ceremonies that I encourage everybody to watch. She's just something special. We love her.
That's fantastic. You know what? It really is helpful at these races at the finish line when I ask women, how far out are you? And those who say stage 4, 22 years, stage 4, 25 years. And I love that it's possible. It's proof, it's living proof. I spoke at a breast cancer conference in Vegas last month, and it was for women diagnosed before 40. Mm-hmm. And my presentation was for about 100 young women living with metastatic breast cancer. And I did enjoy sharing, success stories from our finish line, because it just matters so much. You want to know that there's really someone out there that really has lived 20 years with stage 4 breast cancer. And at our events, they're all over the place. It's phenomenal.
I mean, even 18 years ago, right, when we're sitting around the table with Dr. Perez and talking about, the advancements in breast cancer, even then, she would look at us and say, there's hope. Yeah. We're curing people every day. We've got to continue to work hard and continue to do the things that we're doing. But we really are, making so many advancements. That's why they call her the doctor of hope. That's why we use the word hope, all over the place. But yeah, it's important that, it's that choice that we wake up with every day, right? We can choose to be full of fear, there's a lot to be afraid of, or we can choose that love and hope and move on and continue to be moms.
Yeah.
It's an and, we can be treated and get well, and we can support our families and be moms. And, 1 in 3 of the women that we serve through the Donna Foundation and the Care Line, they're moms, and they have family at home that they are taking care of. So this is, this season is super important to us as a foundation, because of the people that we help every day.
Yeah. And with a disease affected predominantly by women, or it's not exclusively, but certainly does resonate on Mother's Day. And I'm so grateful, especially for my life, right? I don't think I would be here if I were diagnosed 40 years ago, but sorry, I just lost my train of thought. This is what happens. Folks, I've been on the road for 10, 11 days. I'm slowly declining. I'm so sorry. Where did it go? It's right there. Give me 10 seconds and I'll pull it back. Come on, Fitz Kohler. It's gone. It's gone. I'm so sorry. I mean, I would be embarrassed, but I'm not.
Oh.
But yeah, so I'm grateful that there was a cure for me. And this is where there's all these other types of cancers, right? And some that just really mortify us. Scary, scary stuff. But I always say, thankfully, people got sick of losing their mothers and their sisters and their wives and their daughters. And that's why we have such a high cure rate, is people just couldn't stomach it anymore. All the funding and all the research came from fury, because this disease is, I hate to call it rampant, but 1 in 8 American women.
Yeah.
It feels rampant, right? But there was so much desperation, and that's why we have so many cures. So it's still not enough, but 6% of a mass amount dying, it's certainly not enough. But other diseases don't have the great fortune of the anger and desperation that we had. Women are pretty cool. I love my men so much, but we certainly were put up on a pedestal with this disease, and they took quality care of us, and they're still making such great waves moving forward. I went to that ASCO conference in Chicago in October. It's the largest cancer oncology conference in the world, and it was phenomenal to see thousands of brilliant minds from all over the world focusing on one thing, curing cancer, preventing it, making the cures more humane. So there definitely is hope, for sure.
Definitely hope. And, it's our vision at the Donna Foundation to remove any barriers to care, right? Anything that's standing in the way of you and your successful treatment of breast cancer. That's what we're about, just removing all of that. So, and we do that for thousands of families every single year. And we can't do that without everyone's participation in these events like the one this weekend. We are in the middle of our Celebrate Every Mom season, our campaign. And we're so fortunate to have Golf Fights Cancer standing behind us this year. They have offered a matching gift grant up to $20,000.
Wow.
I know. So we're about halfway to 20,000 right now with our fundraising efforts. And every dollar that comes into our fundraising is matched up to $20,000. So hopefully we'll get as close to that, 20,000 as we round the weekend, so that we can take advantage of every penny of that. We're about halfway there right now.
Congratulations. That's huge.
Yeah, thank you.
So if folks are watching and they're excited and they would like to pitch in, where do they donate?
You can go to the same website that you register and find out all of the information. It's moms.thedonnafoundation.org. The donate button there, or choose to fundraise. I mean, y'all, even if you set up a fundraising account and raise $150, that's double that, because every single penny is getting matched. So we'll drop in the matching funds over the weekend so that we can see where the thermometer is when we all gather at the start line on Saturday. We'll give everybody an update of where we stand. And thank you to the team and wonderful people at Golf Fights Cancer that they put on events and then they fund and fuel programs like ours. And I was super excited to be able to work with them on this.
That's absolutely wonderful. You know, the other thing that I think is worth mentioning is, you know, so many people say, oh, it's Mother's Day, we're going to take our mom to lunch or brunch. It's all about eating. And I mean, we all need to eat, right? But go do something fun with your mom. Even if you're pushing your mom in a wheelchair, I don't know how old your mom is, what her health is like, go with your kids. This is quality time versus just stuffing your faces. Get out, go do something active. It's affordable and it's for a great cause. And we have so much fun. So instead of saying, oh, I can't do it, I'm going to be with my mom. It's Saturday. Bring your mom, bring your spouse's mom, bring any mom you know, and some dads.
The Riverside, where we're going to be having this event, and it's actually being held at a historic building called Friday Musicale. Friday Musicale, which was originally Ladies Musicale, that was established in, okay, I have to look at this date to remember. It was established in 1890. Wow. It's like the oldest choral group of women on the planet. But this building where we're having our start finish is where this group was formed, and it continues to be a music hall to this day. They're having a piano concert in the building on Friday night before our event Saturday morning. But anyway, it's in the heart of historic Riverside in Jacksonville, and the course takes you through just beautiful neighborhoods of Riverside. And this is as we all know, as our eyes are watering and our noses are a little stuffed up, it's the height of bloom season. So everything is in bloom. There's all sorts of things to do in the Riverside area after. Riverside Arts Market will be opening up when we're done. I believe there's a tour of homes and gardens that's happening in the Riverside area on that day. So to your point, you know, make it a day. The Cummer Museum is right around the corner. I mean, there's so many things to do. Come and you know, walk or run the 5K and then make it a day of it. You know, explore Riverside. It's so beautiful.
Yeah, it's perfect weather right now. It's peak Florida. Peak Florida. And I think you said one magic word right there is walk. Folks think a 5K, I can't run, I can't do it. My knee, my whatever. We seriously don't care if you run even one step. You can walk, you can saunter, you can skip to my loo. We don't care. Just show up and take your time. We'll be there. I'll be there at the finish line. This is what we say, right? If it's cooler, we'll be there for you.
We'll be there.
That's right. And maybe if you're the last person, it'll be even more exciting.
I hear there's an award for the last person. That might be like what you're aiming for.
It might be, yeah. You might wait around the corner, almost finish, and then let the
watch.
That's right. Someone's in there. Someone's like, I'm going to do that now.
And then here's the medal. It's gold. Isn't it pretty?
Beautiful.
So everybody goes home with the medal.
The lotus, and I really like the ribbon this year. That's very fun.
It is. Very pretty.
Everybody gets one. Everyone across the finish line gets one, not just the winner.
That is correct.
And you do age group awards.
We do. We'll do age group awards, and those are listed on the website. So if you want to sort of figure out who you're competing against, it's I think it's every 5 years, 3 deep. So yeah, that would be me and Chris with my bum knee. That's okay, Mercedes.
Yeah, take your time. We don't care. We like the slowpokes. You know what's so funny? I mean, I'm not a slowpoke. I am a slowpoke sometimes. I did a keynote in RRCA, Art Roadrunners Club of America, the other day, and I was telling about the triathlon I did about a month after I finished all of my cancer care, and I was dead last. I was the dead last finisher, literally trying to push my bike up a hill with a cop car with the flashing lights behind me. It was so I've never, all the things I've done athletically in my life, and I've done so many cool things, I've never been so proud of me as to be dead last finisher at that race. So there's something special about it. Usually the speedsters up in front, they've been training, they run these distances all the time. They say, cool, I won. The folks in the back, usually they've accomplished something special. Oh, look at this. Lee Tucker says, I'll be the last. Okay.
Lee is a streaker of Donna Marathon Weekend and has been a part of this family from the beginning. Lee remembers pregnant Amanda with Ella, and oh yeah, Lee's been around a long time. Awesome. We love Lee.
We'll look forward to seeing you, Lee. So what else do we need to know? So we have our packet pickup Friday evening. Can people pick up packet for their friends and family? And if so, what do they need to bring to do that?
Yeah, so packet pickup is actually at all of the First Place Sports location, depending on what you picked during registration. So when you registered, you picked where you wanted to pick up, and those will be starting on Thursday. So all day Thursday and Friday, when First Place Sports is open, you can go in there and pick up your packet. We'll close things up on Friday around 3 so that everything can get organized and get to the race site race morning. And then we'll start everybody picking up packets race morning at 6:30 a.m. And you can pick up for friends. That's totally fine. And
they don't need to bring
they
don't need to bring a driver's license or anything, or a photo.
I mean, it's helpful to have, your own driver's license, but you don't need any sort of notary or, any sort of special pass. Pretty family that way.
Okay.
Never really had much abuse of that sort of thing. Okay. So yeah, you'll be good. And I definitely encourage everybody to pick up ahead of time, because that saves you the lines race morning of coming in and picking everything up. But race morning packet pickup will be inside Friday Musicale. And the start line will be just out front. And then we'll have an amazing athletes village that this year is presented by Yamaha Motors USA.
Nice.
A new partner. So we're super excited to have them with us this year to present our athletes village, and lots of fun partners that will be in there.
What are our beverage partners this weekend?
Yes. So we will be serving mimosas because, it's Mother's Day.
Mimosas?
Mimosas. So mimosas with mom, mimosas for mom.
Right.
All of the mimosas are there. And then we will have some beers because, certain runners require a beer beverage. So we'll have some Miller Lite out there, some White Claw, an assortment of sodas and waters and Nestle Quick and all of those kinds of things. And we'll have some snacks, some granola bars and bananas and things for everybody. But then hang out, because we're going to have Cup of Job, their mobile coffee truck, will be out there. They're going to be selling lattes and cappuccinos and, iced mocha choca, blah, blah, blahs. And they'll have avocado toast and, egg and cheese bagels. And I mean, you can truly have brunch out with us when you finish the race. Our partners from Plenty will be there with smoothies.
Oh, wow.
Cora will be there for your post-race physical therapy, stretching you out and everything. And then we have about 12 partners that will be out. Alter Ego will be there with their hats, which are fantastic. We've got representatives from the YMCA that we'll be talking about some of their cancer programs. The Women's Center of Jacksonville. They do some great work with support groups for cancer patients. Bosom Buddies has been a local Jacksonville support group for breast cancer patients for as long as I can remember. And they're kicking up some programs that have been underfunded over the years. I just met with them this morning, and they're bringing back some of the peer-to-peer kind of efforts, so that if you're a survivor and sort of on the finish line of your treatment, to come back and give back and partner with some of the women that are just being diagnosed to, give them that peer support. They do such great work. They're going to be out there. Changing Homelessness will be out there. I mean, a lot of what the Donna Foundation does is, those barriers to care, they are things like housing. They are things like transportation. They are things like food assistance. I mean, these are literally families that are making a choice between putting food on the table and getting their treatment. So some of those partners are going to be out. It'll be a fun day of hanging. And it's going to be beautiful. So we can hang out and enjoy celebrate survivorship. That's what we do.
Yeah, it's always, it's so wonderful. And I love how many breast cancer crushers come on out, and so many during treatment. They come out, they do chemo on Monday and come and do our 5K on Saturday. And that's just fine by me. It's so wonderful. It's wonderful to see people sticking their thumb in the eye of breast cancer.
That's right. And you make such a big love fest out of every last one. And I know that's very appreciated.
Thank you. Yeah, it's important to me that everybody have fun, that they look forward to being there, and then that they each feel special. And it's impossible not to pour a little extra love on people whom I know exactly what they've been through, and they deserve a little extra love, right?
That's right. That's right. Yeah. The Buddy Bus is going to be out again. So, schedule your mammogram. The links are on our website. So if you're due for your mammogram, come out, participate in the 5K, hop in, get your mammogram, be done with it, hop back out and have a mimosa. It's perfect.
And they can do that on this website.
Yes. If you'll go into our athlete's guide, which is on the website, there's links there to get you to scheduling your mammogram. Yep. Okay. And I did it last year.
I remember.
Remember that? I did it last year. I'm on the standby list to do it this year.
Okay.
I need to figure out if I'm going to have time, just because of my role and the many hats that I wear. I don't want to be, getting a mammogram and Fitz be like, where'd Amanda go? I need her for this.
That's right. Do it quick, lady. Get your anything I need to handle while you're getting your stuff squeezed. It's just fine. I will make it do. And folks, if you're thinking, oh, well, should I, whatever? Yeah, make your appointment. And it's busy. I definitely see a lot of people going in there, but it's not sold out type things. So there is room for you. Just go make that appointment. And I mean, we don't want anyone to find lumps, right? But if you have one, let's find it.
Let's find it. Get it done.
That's fine. You will be in the perfect environment to be just enveloped in love and support and information and all the good stuff. So what else do you want people to know about Saturday?
Let's talk parking, because there's always, the parking conversation. There are 2 garages that are available to you for parking. One is the Fidelity Financial F&F. We call it the F&F garage. It's the same garage we used last year. If you attended last year, we're about a block in from the river in terms of the difference between Friday Musicale and where we had the event last year. So it's the same parking garage. The location of it is on the website, and we'll be sending it out in race confirmation emails either tomorrow or Thursday. There is a pass that's required to get into the garage.
Okay.
So you can download it. You can have it on your phone. You don't even have to print it. We'll be giving it out at packet pickup, so that you have it and throw it in your dash. That just helps the security get everybody in to where they don't have to back up the line with people looking for things. Okay. So that garage is available, and literally you walk out of the garage and walk into the party. It's right next door. There is another garage that's about a block up on Oak Street. It's the Florida Blue garage, and you don't need a pass for that garage. So if you're like, I don't want to deal with passes, fine, go park in that one. It's totally fine. It'll be open all day, and not very far, about a block and a half. So 2 parking garages for your parking pleasure. And there's a lot of street parking in the area as well.
Okay. Yeah. Easy peasy. And folks, it's warm. What are the temperatures on Sunday or Saturday?
I know that the last I checked, it's going to be so hot this week, all things relative. But things are going to cool back down a little bit for Saturday morning, but kind of perfect. Upper 60s, lower 70s.
Nice.
Yeah.
So I was just
like air conditioning.
Yes. So I was going to encourage folks, don't wear long black pants.
Yeah.
You're in Florida. We're exercising in the day in Florida. Just don't wear long black pants. Wear shorts. And some people tell me, they say, I hate my knees. folks, your knees bend your legs. They allow you to move, walk and run and sit and stand and all those things. So nobody hates your knees. Nobody cares about your knees. What we care is that you're dressed for performance, even if that performance is just walking. So no black tights. Be gentle with yourself. Be kind to you. This is not black tight weather.
It is not going to be 20 degrees on Saturday morning. It's going to be a beautiful spring Florida day.
Yeah. You know what? I am very happy to announce to you that I am officially dry from the marathon weekend. I'm officially right
out yesterday.
Yeah, it was just yesterday. There it is. I'm not soggy anymore. That was exciting. That was actually so much fun.
Yeah, it really was.
Yeah. You know what?
Outside of the plague that you ended up with, it was all good.
Yeah. Well, worth it. Hashtag worth it. That's fine.
Yeah.
Right. I'm sturdy.
Okay. That's the energy of the day, right? Whatever the day brings, there's so much love and hope and joy in the air that you just can't help but to have fun.
Okay. What I need for you to do, I don't know if you've done this, but I need for you to reach out to Jacksonville University. And get those Sigma News, those fraternity boys from Sigma Nu come out. I'm guessing they're probably all scattering for the summer. They were
probably attending their graduation.
Or that, how rude. So we would like the Sigma News back. It's a special request.
I will make the special request. I will send photos.
Could you please and say,
could you please send these kids back?
Oh, they were so sweet. So much fun. So enthusiastic. And then what do our shirts look like?
Oh, they're so cute. So the lotus flower, we've got to tell the quick story about the lotus flower because in fact, I'm wearing one of the shirts we'll have in merchandise. Isn't it cute?
Beautiful. Oh, really cute. Nice.
Yeah. Super cute. Super soft. It's like a spa green blue color. But the lotus flower came about, a woman named Leah, breast cancer survivor. She serves on our board of directors. She and I met for coffee when we were beginning to think about branding for the Mother's Day 5K. We were sort of relaunching it. It used to be tied in with the players, but the players moved. It's a long story. They're in October now and we're in May. So we were thinking about, how do we want to bring sort of this Mother's Day feel to it? And I just looked at her and asked her, I'm like, is there a symbol that meant a lot to you during your breast cancer treatment process? Is there anything that really stood out? And without a hesitation, she looked at me and she was like, the lotus flower. She goes, because it's literally something so beautiful that grows out of the muck. And I'm like, oh, that's amazing. I love that. It's the club that you guys didn't want to be a part of, right?
That's right.
It's not fun. It hurts and it's painful and there's just a lot of things that are just yucky. It's mucky and it's heavy and it's dirty, but then these beautiful flowers grow out of it. I mean, the people and the women and the men that I meet that, like you and like Leah and like little Glorita, it's a lens change of life that, you just see things differently. Everything's more beautiful. So the lotus flower is the reason. That's the story behind it, and that's why it's on all of our Mother's Day merchandise or this event's merchandise. So the shirt has the lotus flower. It is a beautiful ice. So ice is our title sponsor. It's that ice blue. That's the color of the shirt, and so it's really cool looking. Ice, by the way, is also Black Knight.
Okay.
So if you remember Black Knight, they've been our title sponsor for the last 2 years. This is just their new name.
Okay.
Right. So same team, different brand.
Glad to have them sticking around. They've been great partners.
Amazing partners. I'm so appreciative of them. We couldn't do it without them.
Yeah. And I do love ice blue. So my old company logo used to be an ice blue. Ice blue and black. It was very
I did have to clarify with someone the other day that we would not be doing anything on ice.
Okay.
They're like, it's the ice, Donna, Mother's Day. Is there ice involved? Like, what's the ice?
Blowing snow.
I'm like, well, I guess we could do ice sculptures, but it's Florida. That I don't think that would be wise.
No, it would not last very, very long. Okay, I've got some nerdy mom stats. You want to hear my nerdy
Okay,
mom
I
stats?
love the nerdy mom stats. Go for it.
Okay.
Bring
Where
it.
are they from? And where the Pew Research Center. Do whatever you like with that information. So, number one, in the United States, the mom's average age at first birth, so when you first became a mom, has ticked up, and now it's 27.3 years old.
Interesting.
Yeah. How old were you when you became a mom?
Oh gosh, I don't even remember. I'm gonna have to like do the. Hold on. 33, 34, 33.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
I think I was exactly 27.3 years old.
Really?
Like that. Yeah. So they got that one right. It says the number of children women in the U.S. have in their lifetime has declined over time. I'm trying. In 2020, the women had about 2 children on average. It used to be much greater. Moms spend more time with their children than dads do, especially when children are young. Duh. In opposite sex couples, mothers report taking on more childcare responsibilities than their spouse or partner does, while fathers are more likely to say that those tasks are split about equally.
Huh, yeah.
Yeah. Moms are more likely than dads to say being a parent is harder than they expected.
Oh, way harder.
Yeah. Yeah. Way more awesome too, but harder.
Well, yes. I mean, all of you just can't, you don't even know until it's just mind blowing. But yes, it's not easy.
So on that note, it said number 6, the vast majority of mothers find parenting enjoyable and rewarding. So yeah,
100%.
despite all the moments, right?
Despite it all. Yeah.
Not perfect.
And every season is fun and brings on its new, these different fun little phases. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like the phase we're in right now. It's a lot of fun. I'm enjoying it.
I remember crying when they got their first haircut or when they turned 1 or what, just all these little things. And now I'm kind of going with the flow. They're changing and aging and it's all great. So,
yeah.
And then it says being a parent is a key part of most moms' personal identity. The vast majority of mothers, 88%, say that being a parent is the most or one of the most important aspects of who they are as a person, with about a third saying it is the most important aspect. So
I can see that.
Yeah.
Completely. And I see that too I sat down and wrote a journal. And a lot of the journal, there's lots of letters to my kids that maybe one day they'll pull out. But when I start thinking about things, especially things that I'm grateful for, I'll sit down and write a letter to them. And the other day it was some of the women that I have in my life, right? And I was so appreciative. My husband had a yard incident and hurt himself, so had all my tribe, and he's fine now. But anyway. The gist of the letter was, find women, and since we're talking about moms, we're going to talk about ladies, find women in your life that will be, the person that is this for you, like my friend so-and-so, and that for you, like my friend so-and-so. And I mean, all of these women, some of them are also moms, some of them are not, but they mom my kids more than any, like, do you know what I'm saying? Like, so
oh yeah,
is for all of us. Like, even if you don't have your own children, like some of those women are equally important in our little family. Then, you see what I'm trying to say? I'm going like this, but
no,
yeah,
we're isolated. We don't have any family members around us in Gainesville.
We don't either. Yeah.
No babysitter, no free grandma coming over to care for anything. It was all just, and there was so little money when we first had kids. And could you take an hour off? You had to give away $8 in order to do that. So, it was tough times. But I remember Ginger, Sue's our firstborn. She had, she might've been 6 weeks old and she had bronchitis. It was so bad. And she just screamed. Happiest kid on earth from birth on. Screamed, and I called a friend, Georgie Blundell. I haven't probably even talked to Georgie in 10 years, but we still love each other. And Georgie came over, and I tell you, this kid that had been screaming in my arm for 2 hours just stopped. She just stopped. It's been 20 years, and Georgie, I can just see her walking around with Ginger, and I'm thinking,
doing the bounce.
How did you do that? How did you? I was bouncing her. She didn't care about me. But yeah, there's been all these moments where these other women have come in and said, no, I got it. And it mattered so much to me. I could probably rattle the stories off for 3 hours on being saved by other moms. And then of course, my mom's pretty spectacular. Is your mom still around?
Oh, yes. But also extremely spectacular.
That's great.
Yeah, I mean, both of my husband's mom is also very involved. They just don't live here.
Yeah.
They're amazing and support us in amazing, beautiful ways, but they just don't live in the area.
Yeah. My mom's 5 hours away. She's 83. And so I do a little mothering of her now. Sometimes she says, did I give you permission to boss me around like that? I'm like, this is how it works. You raised me to be there for you, right? So, but I talk to her every single day, unless I'm at a finish line. Sometimes I'll try to call her from a finish line and be like, look where I am. I'll talk to you later. But yeah, when we don't talk to each other every day, we miss each other. And I have the same thing with my daughter almost every day, or we miss each other. And then my son is 19 and he's becoming a very sweet person again. He had a couple of years of teenager, and but I chased him. Yeah. What'd you say?
Touch and go there for a little bit.
Oh yeah, a little bit. But it's funny. We were talking about some famous person who their parents sued the famous person for whatever. And I told Parker, I said, I would never sue you. I might sue you for hugs though. Like I could see going to a judge and saying, I sue him. He owes me 10,000 hugs. And I could see a judge saying, you know what? Yes, I find on behalf of the plaintiff, you owe her 10,000 hugs, and we could be famous for that. Other than that, I worship them. It's such a treat, right? Even on their grouchy days, I love being their mom.
That's right. We have the well, it's a grumpy song. Did you guys have the grumpy song? Do you know the grumpy song?
I don't know the grumpy song.
It was a Yo-Yo Gabba. Do you remember
Yo Gabba Gabba?
Yo Gabba Gabba. That's what it was.
There's a party in my tummy. I know exactly what you're talking about.
So yummy. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So they had a grumpy song. It was my favorite thing to do to my kids when they would just get irritating. We still do it in this household, and we have a middle schooler, so it happens a lot where they're just, for no reason at all, just foul. And so, if you want to be a grump, it's okay, but could you be a grump a little further away? It's not that I don't love you, because you know that I do. Sometimes I'm grumpy too. And they get really mad at first, and then they start laughing because it's a ridiculous song, and the grumpiness goes away.
That's magic.
My pro mom tip of the day.
I'm gonna rewatch this. Folks know that this recording will remain. You can watch it as many times as you want. If you want to download a clip of Amanda singing the Grouchy song,
that's right.
Put it on your phone.
Song. Yeah.
Yo Gabba Gabba. That was a very funny show.
That's the greatest show ever. They need to bring it back.
Actually, you want to hear this? This is a sidebar. I have worked with the Wiggles. So
that's very cool.
Yeah, I've been working with the Wiggles since probably about 2008, I think. And I've interviewed them a whole bunch. We've exercised together. I've gone to various locations around the country where they tour. And so next Tuesday night at 7 p.m., we're doing our race recap.
Yeah.
Once we're done, Anthony Field, the Blue Wiggle, he's coming on my show. And so he's still in Australia, so it'll be recorded. But yeah, I love the Wiggles. Fun. The other awesome kids show, right?
Yeah, those are definitely Ella's. I mean, those shows were definitely what she was watching.
Oh yeah. Yeah, they're so good. Yeah, I actually, you know what? Once we got past Barney and Teletubbies and then the Wiggles were on, I thought, okay, this I can handle. And their music's actually pretty good. It's kind of rock music with kid words. Mm-hmm. And then Anthony kind of made over himself. He got, I think, veneers, and he got in shape. And I was like, all right, a little man candy from mom. So I was like, okay, we can watch the Wiggles. So Anthony's still a cutie. And the pirate, Captain Featherstone, his real name is Patty. Underneath that pirate suit, that dude is buff. So anybody needs to know this garbage. Here we are. We're telling you about
the fun facts,
the hot Wiggles.
This is how you get through motherhood. Mm-hmm. Turn on the Wiggles, and it'll all be fine.
Yeah, dreaming about the Wiggles. So now we're friends. So I try not to be inappropriate, but he's great. He's so great.
So fun.
All right, Queen, you've got work to do between now and then.
I do. I'm going to get back to it. It's going to be a great, great, great event. Registration is open and should remain open. We planned, we've sold out the last 2 years, and we don't like to turn people away. It's not what we want to do. So plenty of room. Jump in and join us. Registration will remain open online, most likely through race time. So even if you wake up Saturday morning and you think, you know what, gosh darn it, I'm coming. Come on.
Good. I love it. I love it. And this is a great place to bring your friends, bring your coworkers, your colleagues, your other teachers at your school, the families in your neighborhood. We have a lot of groups come out. And we like that very much. Mm-hmm. I love you. I can't wait to see you.
Right back at you.
And everybody else show up with a happy face when you come through the finish line, hands up or else.
That's right.
All right. Off you go. Everybody, thanks for watching. Don't forget to register. We've got rules here. We expect to see you or else. Have a great night. Bye.
Good night, everybody.